Skillbo Scraggins here to talk to you about our Lord and Savior, the giant sticklebat. Have you accepted the giant sticklebat into your heart? All right, we're going to need this today. So today we mourn the loss, we've been mourning loss for several days now, of John Bain. So that's TotalBiscuit. If you guys didn't know, WTF video series that many of you have watched. People had heated opinions about him, and I'm going to miss him a lot, mainly for one thing. He pushed the industry, and he was huge. So if there was some bullshit or something like that, he would call it, and the studios would feel it. He wasn't just some other guy complaining on the internet. If he had a solid grievance, or if a game did something wrong, or if it had some bugs that they promised were going to be repaired, he would call them out. And he would do so publicly, and a lot of times it would affect change. There's a lot of people out there that do not have as strong of a personality as him, and they're more pushovers. You know what I mean? Like they take money and they just say whatever. We don't have enough people like him out there in the world, so don't know if anyone's going to be able to follow in his footsteps exactly, but he will be missed. So a moment of silence for John Bain. All right. Moving on, talking about the news this week. Sorry to start on the sour note, but, it's been the thing for the last few days, and it's a pretty big deal. Okay, next up, this whole YouTube thing. I'm going to make a separate rant video about this, just talking about what YouTube's up to. They're thinking about changing the way the subscription feed works so that it's no longer in chronological order. And they've gone back and forth over the last few days saying, we're going to do this, and then they're like, no, we're going to leave it alone, but they keep saying, but we're testing some things. And those are dangerous words. Go ahead and watch the rant on that. It's going to be released soon. Maybe it's already online. I don't know. So how about this? Upload your nude photos to Facebook and let an actual human look at these photos. And then if they look at them and they're like, oh yeah, that's naked. That is really naked. If they deem them to be naked and compromising, they'll go ahead and database them, catalog them. And the whole bottom line is they want to make sure that no one else can upload your nudes, like revenge porn or whatever. They're going to try to keep you safe in that way. Now, here's what they say. They say that after a human looks at it, he will assign sort of an ID or a tag or something like that to the image, and then he'll get rid of the image. So if anyone else uploads the image, it will look at the tag and then be like, oh, nope, you can't upload that image. But really, Zuckerberg, he started off with like Face Smash, right? This is kind of like Body Smash, if he was to make a version of that website. It sounds to me like he's really found a clever way to let him and a few of his friends look at all the nude pictures from all the people on Facebook. I think they have a secret fetish for people who are never nudes, especially. Like, never nudes is in it as nudes. We got them. They're not going to keep them on their server, they say, but someone is going to have to look at every single one of these. Is it worth it to you? Are you going to send Facebook all your nudes? I want to know. Are you going to send them your nudes to keep yourself safe from revenge? I can't get started. I'm not even going to talk about a jip pie. No. And we're in a corporatocracy. Elon Musk has stretched himself thin, and he's sort of developed a complex where he looks at the world, and everything he sees that's messed up, he wants to fix it. And that's usually a good thing, because he's like, you know what? Transportation sucks. Let's move it into the future. Why are we not on Mars? Let's figure out how to get into the future. There's not gigabit internet all over the world, so let's get low Earth orbiting satellites all over the place to put, gigabit everywhere. So he's got a lot of ideas that are really going to improve things. And then he comes up with some things, and he decrees. He's like, we're going to do this. So he says he's going to create a new website where the public can go online and rate different authors and news, articles based upon their truthiness. So let's think about this for just a minute. We have, in America, an entire country of people who are completely allergic to any truth that pops their little happy bubble. And we're going to let those people vote on what is true and what is not true. What do you think is going to happen, Elon Musk? We're going to have people voting that the earth is flat. We're going to have people voting that the dinosaurs were roaming the earth 6,000 years ago with Jesus riding on them with a saddle. That's what we're going to have people voting on. You cannot let the public vote on what is truth and what is not truth. You're going to have to develop some sort of AI or something or you're just going to have to get used to the fact that we live in a post-truth world. I want to mention something really, really freaky about Amazon Alexa. I've noticed a lot of people in the media are calling Alexa her and not it. Guys, can we not? So, Amazon, they've got their Echo devices, and people are just filling their house with these devices that you can talk to and be like, hey, Alexa, play Bohemian Rhapsody in the key of F sharp major. And they'll play it, and whatever. You could be like, hey, Alexa, how big is the Earth? And it'll tell you. So anyway, some people were just hanging out in their house having a private conversation. It recorded the conversation and then sent that conversation to someone in their contact list. So think about that for a minute. You're just hanging out. It was able to record what was going on and then send it to somebody you know. That's really freaking compromising. Now, Amazon, they released a statement like, yes, this did happen, but what the Amazon Alexa heard, heard them say, take a message or whatever. And then they started recording. And then in the Amazon Alexa out loud said, who should I send this to? And then they said a name. They accidentally said something that sounded like someone on their contact list. And then Amazon Alexa said, are you sure? And then they said something that sounded like an affirmation. Yeah, Amazon, I'm sure that's all what happened. Okay, the point is that Amazon, yeah, they're at fault here. Guys, don't fill your house with this garbage. All right, now moving right along. Netflix is now worth more than Comcast. Netflix is different than Comcast. I think they should be battling more with the likes of, Time Warner and... Because, Comcast, they own a few channels, I guess, but they're not as big of a content creator as Netflix is. And Netflix is more of a platform, whereas Comcast is an ISP, so... I guess they're battling. I don't know. It's a weird comparison, apples to oranges, because Comcast is delivering a lot of the Netflix traffic to you, but people are moving away from just cable subscriptions at an alarming rate. It was like 96,000 people last year they lost, which is not a lot compared to how fast online entertainment's growing. I feel like it should be a much higher number than that, but Comcast is losing out with TV, and Netflix is gaining on the internet, but Comcast is still providing internet all over the place, so it's not really a good comparison. Just interesting to know that Netflix is now worth more than Comcast, and when they first came out, think about this, guys, when they were just delivering those, remember they were delivering the paper envelopes with the DVDs in them and stuff? They were a penny stock back then, and now they're bigger than Comcast. All right, we've been playing some games this week. And there's two that you should really see. And they're not the normal, games. Although we play a lot of games that are like, whatever. We get a lot of indie games. We like to give them all a shot. But both of the games this week are freaking cool. So let's go see what we're both playing right now. Guys, this is Slipstream. You have to check this out. If you liked old school games like Outrun and Top Gear from late 80s, early 90s. It's all the flavor with some modern gameplay elements like drifting. Yes! I can just feel running in the 90s right now. So this game was actually made by somebody that we've worked with before. You may notice that the pixel art is similar. I'm way in the back because I've been talking. You may notice that some of the pixel art is similar to our t-shirts. That's because Ansdor is the guy who made this game. So the drifting really only works once you get up around 200 kilometers an hour. When you're going slow, drifting is rough because it slams you into the wall. Let's get some speed going here. The scenery's beautiful. The pixel art is really nice. And I haven't smiled like this in a while. I'm having way too much fun with this game. So I didn't really know what to expect because, I've been talking to this guy for a few years now. We've been making our t-shirts and stuff. And he was working on this game and it looked really pretty. Like the screenshots and stuff looked really pretty. And now actually playing the game. Yeah. This is the racing game right now that I want to be playing. It's freaking a lot of fun. Now, if we could just get battle mode.
Is there like a Easter egg for us?
Oh, Easter egg. Let me show you. Let's go to find a different level then.
See if we can...
Go to one of the first levels and show them that Easter egg. Dude, you did a hell of a job here.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see here. I know it's on the Morning City, right?
Let's do it, yeah.
Oh, wow. No handling. Let's do it. So the way this works is, that is going to be your acceleration. And when you want to drift, you just tap the brake and then hit the accelerator again while you're on a turn. Hey, check it out. Nice. Yeah. This game's freaking fun. So what are you playing?
I am playing Wizard of Legend.
Wizard of Legend. Okay.
Wizard of Legend. So it is a procedurally generated kind of level where you have all these different kinds of spells that you can put into these really ridiculous combos with all different kinds of elements rolling off of each other. Here we go.
It looks like, you know, Hyperlight Drifter style gameplay with tons of magic, or like magic focused.
It's very fluid magic.
You have a dash. Okay, yeah, that's just like Hyperlight Drifter.
You get a dash, you get a basic attack, and then you start getting some more special stuff. And as you explore through the levels, you'll find, like, so this is how you get to the next level. I'll beat this guy up real quick here. See if I
boss coming up.
Yep.
Jackass is a summoner.
Yep. He's a grand summoner.
He only summons grandparents.
Each level, there's like some power-ups you can go find. You can find like gain some artifacts and stuff. There's like cursed items you can get, and everything that you get will add new powers or new abilities to you that you will pick up throughout the game. Oh man. But I've been really enjoying this. It kind of feels like Dead Cells is mixed with Avatar: The Last Airbender, but because by the end of it you're throwing out all these different kind of like elements and stuff, and you're beating up huge groups of people, and you're taking on some pretty powerful end bosses every third level. It's
kind
pretty
of like
fun.
top-down Dead Cells style.
Yeah,
Play a little bit.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I've actually been, unlike a lot of other games that I show off on here, I've actually devoted some time and effort into this one.
It's funny.
Yeah, this one is like been. I mean, all you had to tell me was that I was going to be a wizard, and I was kind of sold already. So,
Nice.
You know.
So who do you think should play this?
People who enjoy that kind of grindy, get better Dead Cells style. You know, you like combat. You like something that's simple.
Is it a roguelike?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So you know, it changes each time, and the people that you fight are different. I like getting a little bit stronger each time, finding cool new spells. There are hundreds of spells to try out in this thing, so like there's all kinds of different combinations and different perks to which ones you use, different typed advantages, and things like that. I don't know. I've been really enjoying the hell out of it.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh, here's the merchant. Cool. Give me something.
Been a long week.
Yes, it has
We'll
been.
be at Computech soon, though.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Z Machines and ASRock. Cha-ching.
Ding.
Did we get money just now?
Yeah.
Disenchantment. Let's just get into it.
Yes. So I am a super huge Matt Groening fan. I really like The Simpsons. Like, I grew up watching The Simpsons. I can quote most episodes from beginning to end. I love Futurama as well. That's one of my top-time favorite shows of all time. And top all-time favorite shows of all time. He is going to be putting out a new cartoon series called Disenchantment, which is going to be a more fantasy kind of D&D medieval kooky-esque world. And it's going to be premiering August 17th on Netflix. I'm really excited about this because it's the company that did Futurama. Mm-hmm. The crew that did Futurama is going to be behind a lot of this.
So instead of that, Futurama is like leagues and bounds. I can't watch The Simpsons. It bores me a little bit. This looks like What If Groening did Adventure Time. And Adventure Time, I think, is one of the best cartoons ever made, in my opinion. But
I'm really excited about this, too, because also Netflix has a lot looser standards for things than Fox does, which is crazy because it's Fox. But I think he's going to be able to get away with a lot more humor on it and stuff like that, and maybe kind of push the envelope more than he could being on, on a cable network.
I mean, is he someone who, I guess, Rick and Morty and Family Guy, they like to lace everything with profanity and stuff. Do you think he's going to do that with this? Or?
I don't know.
Well, I guess I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it'll be surprising to see what he decides to roll with now that he has access to it, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yep.
RuneScape
Classic. So the RuneScape Classic server is going to be shutting down August 6th.
What'll they play on their laptops?
I don't know.
On your IBM laptop with a little nipple in the middle.
What
do you play now?
It's been around since 2001, something like that. Here's our award of the week.
Okay,
Yeah.
We can give them a slow pass, but I want to know how they're going to make money. And I know selling a video game is one way to make money, but companies don't care about that. They care about the residual income from microtransactions and that sort of. There must be microtransactions, right?
Who knows? There probably will be. So, anyways, Battlefield 5, which is Kratos is in it for some reason. So Battlefield 5
because money.
Yeah, won't have premium pass or loot boxes in it.
Not sure. Yeah.
Great.
There's going to be microtransactions and everything like that. I
Good
mean,
for you.
Microtransactions are still an extremely viable way to make money. Fortnite made $290-something million in the last month.
That's ridiculous.
It's a free game, if you're playing Battle Royale. And the month before that, it was like 230 million, so it just keeps going up, and they're doing all these celebrity tournaments, and they just announced that they're going to be giving away $100 million in prizes in some tournaments, and I was like, how the hell can they afford? Oh, they're making $300 million a month almost. A month on a free game with microtransactions.
Yeah.
People really like those dance moves.
Yeah, they sure do, I guess. I don't know.
We got to put some dance moves in our game. All right, guys, that'll be the thing you have to pay for.
Yeah.
We're going to add a bunch of ridiculous, superfluous dance moves that your character can do in Zweihander.
Yeah, but
$20 a piece.
But the thing is that there'll be a couple dance moves that you can unlock in the game, but the actual final boss of the entire game, I'm going to spoil this right now, is a dance-off. So, the more you're actually willing to pay for them, the better dance moves you'll have.
Pay to win dancing?
Yeah, and let me tell you, the final boss is going to have some pretty sick moves, just saying.
Yeah, he's supernatural Michael Jackson. Imagine that kind of thing. Except a big demon with more than 2 legs and more than 2 arms.
Right. Each one of them doing a different dance at the same time.
So how much are you willing to spend to compete with that?
Yeah. So the gamers involved in December's swatting death just got indicted. They got charged with obstruction of justice, aside from other things, including reckless manslaughter. They've also been charged with trying to destroy evidence because after they got found out and stuff, they started messaging each other being like, holy f***, dude, we made a really big mistake, delete everything, oh my god! You know, so some 19-year-old kid that thought he was being really cool and couldn't handle himself on Call of Duty, started swatting some people, and a person ended up getting shot as a result of it because the police officers saw him reaching for his waistband like a criminal, and they shot the guy because there was some fighting, and someone was like, oh, I'm gonna swat you, and the other person was like, here's my address, bruh, come at me. It just turned into the world's dumbest pissing contest, and this is the price you pay.
I heard so much Darwin going on right there.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Like, oh
Survival of the fittest just played out
Yep.
in the worst way possible, but the biggest idiots are still alive.
Sometimes people actually do pay for doing dick moves. But only sometimes. America.
By the time you guys watch our next episode, we'll be at Computex
Yep.
in Taiwan, doing a lot of ridiculous stuff. Again, thanks to Z Workstations, because we're going to be using their stuff to edit all this while we're gone. Actually, Pistol's going to be editing on it. And thanks to ASRock and a whole bunch of other companies. But I want to know what you guys are really looking forward to seeing, and I don't want to hear just the next Intel, the next AMD, the next whatever, because everyone is going to cover that. It's gonna get covered to death. We'll take a look at
cool.
it. Yeah, like something unique, weird. You know, even if you're not sure of an exact thing, be like, hey, can you guys look out for a certain type of thing? Maybe a drone with a machine gun or something. I don't know.
RGB gaming chairs.
That's what we're looking for.
Yep. So I was kind of thinking, I need a new pair of sunglasses, but I was thinking about waiting till we got there and then picking a place based off of whether or not they're giving away free sunglasses and then giving them a video for that. But like the whole premise of the video would be like, we came for the sunglasses, we stayed for the tech.
I mean, I always buy sunglasses when I'm there because the night markets, you go and they get the stuff straight out of the factory for like $2 a piece. And then by the time you get back to America, the exact same stuff, like nice frames, are like, oh, this is a decent quality. It's very lightweight, UV protection. You go to the stores here in America, and it's the same damn thing for $28, $34, something like that.
Yeah.
So I always run to the night markets, grab sunglasses, $2. They might
Try
feel a
that
little
too.
cheaper, but
Sounds
it
cool.
works.
Whatever.
Tips for when you guys are in Taiwan or other parts of Asia. All right, guys, head over to the store, grab a mouse. A few of these left, yeah.
Yeah. Grab a mouse, grab a keyboard, grab a shirt, grab some cups, mugs and things like that to put all your favorite beverages in while you're using your Fennec mouse and using a Fennec keyboard and wearing a Mission to Mars shirt while you're playing an awesome game and thinking about how great Tech Syndicate is.
Bye.
Yeah.